Yo guys, I just found an even easier way to make really lush chords knowing nothing about music theory. So this is based on my chord code system at busyworksbeats.com/music theory. So what we're going to do is literally just press a key. Okay, so as you guys can see in the top left, we're playing G flat. You don't even need to know what this note is. So we're going to count up 14 notes from here. So basically we're creating a fifth of a fifth, which is a ninth. Okay, so for those who understand. So here's 0, okay? Wherever you start is 0. Count up your keyboard 14 notes, okay? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Play these two together. This is technically, we're playing the root note and what's called the ninth, okay? And from here, you just go to the next note above this note and then build a minor chord or a major chord. So in this case, we're gonna build a major chord. What is a major chord? A major chord at its root is 0, 4, 7. So wherever you land, in this case, if we're following our formula here, wherever we start is considered 0. So now let's count up the keyboard until we finish out the chord code. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a major chord. Okay, now if you add this with the two notes that we just played before, it creates the minor ninth chord. And it sounds way more lush. You can even add your finger in there to add a minor 11th in there. And it just sounds melodic, just going up and down the chord. If you want to get fancy, you could add what's called the perfect fifth in the bass as well. So wherever you start, this 0 point, you can count up 7 notes from here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's called the perfect fifth. Now again, the ninth is a perfect fifth of a perfect fifth. So just count up 7 more notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this sounds really lush, but all we're doing is playing a fifth of a fifth. We're playing the tonic, the fifth, and the ninth. Remember, it's the tonic and the fifth are 7 notes apart. The fifth and the ninth are 7 notes apart. So you're just using the number 7. Now on top of this, to make this simpler to understand, instead of this really complex dropping the root and dropping the fifth and all that, we're just thinking of it as adding either a major or minor chord on top of this, directly above the ninth in this case, which is this note. Okay, and you can easily shift to different chords. So I'll just show you guys. And make these really lush chord sounds. My finger slipped there. So you get these really lush chords without having to shift your whole hand, across the keyboard. To play this chord, normally it'd be like this. It's kind of hard to play this chord. Not that difficult, but you got to really stretch your hand. And it doesn't give you that same vibe, okay? So this technique, literally, let's just start from scratch and just try it. So I'm gonna close my eyes, pick a random note. We landed on C. You don't even need to know what note it is. Just count up 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This gives you what's called the perfect fifth. Count up 7 more notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then from here, you take the note directly above the ninth in this case, or the top note. And then we either build a minor chord or a major chord from here. So starting here, we're considering this 0 again. So it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That sounds very dissonant. So instead of 0, 3, 7, let's do 0, 4, 7. This is a very dark chord because we're in a very dark octave. So let's move this up an octave. Okay, so we have the fifth of the fifth here. And let's do the same formula, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That sounds incorrect, so let's try the major. And then we have C minor ninth chord. And now it's so easy to play melodically. All you just do is go up and down. Again, I'm just slurring the notes, top notes. So that's your melody built right inside of your chord. So this technique, it goes beyond just thinking of it as a fifth in the bass and a ninth in the bass and all this convoluted nomenclature. Now it's based on just simple numbers. That's why I teach at busyworksbeats.com/premium in a course called Chord Codes. And this is combined with another course called Music Theory Magic, which goes over voicing specifically, because voicing is what creates a tone. So for example, here's a D minor ninth, here's a D minor seventh chord. Now what happens if we raise the third, get a more R&B sound? My finger slips, so let's do that again. Of course, when I want to show you guys, my finger slips. Okay, so that's called the raised third. So we're changing the voicing is my point, instead of playing it this way. So this is gonna unlock a new way of hearing chords, because the main difficulty when you get into chord voicing is to understand the pattern of when you change the voicing of a chord. There's a guy who does really good videos about the chords from famous songs, but there's no like rhyme or reason as to why he's revoicing a 13th chord the way he does. So this gives you a reason why we're doing what we're doing. So for example, let me close my eyes again, pick a random note. So we're at, what is this, B flat? Let's count up 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I lost count. Here's 0. Let's count up 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's count 7 from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gives you C. Now the chord is looking for an identity, so that's where the note above the top note, the ninth, we start from here to give it an identity, because without those, it doesn't have a chord type. Even just adding that note above makes it melodic. Well, let's start here and let's create a major chord. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 0, 4, 7. And now we have new chords just like that. So this one's a little bit more difficult to position your fingers, but once you get the hang of it. So all we're doing here is just dropping this major chord up top to a minor chord and then dropping all the other notes down 1. But once you simplify to understand what you're actually doing, you're not overly thinking about the chord, you're just thinking about moving fingers. And that's why the system is so powerful. Boom, try that out. Telling you guys, I'm giving you guys the keys, the sauce, the science. Go to busyworksbeats.com/premium to learn more. Peace out, guys.